What's good? You're listening to Culture Quest, where we ask the questions, why are we like this? So on this podcast, we explore culture, but culture that's specific to us as Bahamians, as Black people, as Caribbean people, all that good stuff. I'm MCK, and I'm here with the homie from Time, Jay. We're gonna talk all things us, as Kanye once eloquently said. We culture. So yeah, you know. So shout out to Solid Network. Oh boy. Yeah, so first off, we both Bahamians, right? So what qualifies me to talk about culture is I was parking champion in my primary school from grade 4 to 6. Grade 3, I had not reached my peak yet, but 4 to 6 was my window of success. And I definitely, my Bahamian card valid. What you got?
See, your hand was in trade, dog.
Hey,
I can see your hand was in trade. But
it was a done deal if he was in front of me.
That's funny. But my behavior status is confirmed. Was the one that dunked down the crate court. You know, there always had to be one nigga to. And that was me, though. That solidified me in the streets.
I mean, in the crate court world, I mean, everybody could have dunked on the crate court. I'm just saying.
It takes a real nigga to break it down, though.
Yeah, okay. I'll allow that. Yeah, so this episode is brought to you by the Ministry of Education. No, we just play. Nah, this episode is the one about school. We're gonna talk about school. Obviously, I know you from. That's where I know you from. Well, from high school.
Mm.
I went to a bunch of different little districts, bunch of different schools. I went to AF. No, I didn't go to AF. I went to HO, CW Sawyer Primary School. But me and you, we met at CV Battle, right? So what schools you went to?
I went to Michael. And I went to SE. They was trying to send me to AF. My life probably would have been completely different if I went to AF and then G. Like,
if you had gone to AF, you might have been dead, babe. Because I don't know if you had that. Seriously, but I don't know if you had that I don't know if it was tough enough for AF, dog.
I didn't have that dog in me at that age.
No, you didn't have that dog in you whatsoever. You didn't even have that pot cake in you.
Man.
You was small. You was a scrawny little. Yeah, but the point is, we all know that there's this whole debate about private school versus public school. Like there's different characteristics apparently of dudes are gone to private school versus public school, which I never personally agreed with. Not necessarily. I mean, government school, I imagine is a little different from private school. I can't speak to it completely. I never went to private school, but my whole life, people say, "Oh, I thought you going to Prince Will or something like that." You know, Prince Will is the poor people.
I just want to say, like, that's where they like Prince Will. They might as well give you the government school one time, but
yeah, but I can say you're poor because I couldn't go to the Prince Will. But the point is, like, Prince Will, I think Prince Will always had that connotation of like, oh, there's like the down private school, more down to earth.
No, no, yeah, I guess Prince Will always had that what it is rep, but at least it wasn't on an bootleg private. If you went to a bootleg private school, like one of them schools where somebody just start up by themselves, there was low than Prince Will.
Like Success or something like that, or
not.
We ain't got those no specific names, but yeah, I mean, Aquinas was another one of them schools that was like it was down. Aquinas is a step up from Prince Will in my mind. Once again, I ain't no expert on private schools because I'm a government school kid, but my perception of like Aquinas was like It was another one of them schools that was down. It wasn't too like it didn't have that snobby sort of
Mm.
perception, like maybe obviously like a Life Key or like
St.
what is it, St.
Andrews.
Andrews or some, yeah.
Yeah, they was like the I was like the private school people. Like even private school people didn't like them
But
because
whiny
those people
people?
no like Vicky and St. Andrews. I feel like those are the ones that made like it was government school.
Yeah, so and then there's different levels even on like the government school spectrum. There's different like ideas of what this school mean. Like you tell someone you go to RM. I remember when I was coming up, you tell someone you go to RM, it was like you hold your backpack a little closer, or like RM was
No,
considered a little
yeah,
dangerous to me.
yeah. They had RM, and GH on the lower spectrum, and then just because of all islands, so that's where
Yeah,
they
for
just had
sure.
Doris down there. I'm mad. Did you say for sure like that?
Yeah,
CV
for sure.
and
Like I say,
CV and what you got to say?
I know a lot of yellow Ella people, and I don't think none of them would be offended if I say them niggas dangerous. Right? Like growing up in that area, like I don't think no one would object to that. Like yellow Elder is his own thing. And you got like GH and AF. They have y'all have a reputation for a reason. We ain't make this stuff up, right? Like
Nobody just pull that out of the hat. Like no, there's a reason.
no, there's a reason. And I like I say I went to HO for junior high, so I've been in the trenches, so I know I know about some dangerous environments, and GH still was 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 pretty high up on that scale.
We can move on to the segments, but I'm mad that you putting HO as the trenches. The BTC?
Well, hold on. You think because BTC sponsor us, we wasn't really about that life, bro?
Look at it.
You know where the kids
Look at
from
it. Wait.
where the kids from HO live, bro? Like it was different. Let me put it like that. Let me just summarize that it was different. And then you always had like the schools always you always had to have like a designated school you beefing with. Like even if there was no reason, like one school had to beef with the next school, like CR had to beef with CC. For I talking about these dudes live in the same district, they live in the same neighborhood. Y'all are shopping the same food store, and it was just like you just had to have a school that was a rival, either athletically or like rock throwing league.
Yeah. Like I don't know where it started from, but it was like passed down from generation to generation. Who started the beef between AF and SE? But that been going on for the life, I think.
Yeah, yeah, but like it's like that's almost like tradition too. Like you have to have a school you beefing with. You see another nigga in a
Mm,
certain uniform, it just have to be on, and that's weird to me because Nassau's so
bro.
small. I never got that, and then like it ain't like that in adulthood, right? Like you don't see like the up from RM and church on Sunday. Like it don't be like that. Like we develop these weird like territorial stuff. I don't know where that come from.
Unless you go to SAC, get school ops. Because
If you go to Sagwa,
uh, if you in SAC, you remember all your school ops. Like you,
yeah,
that
SAC
SAC
is
life is a different thing.
yeah. If you go to SAC, there's a 95%
No,
chance we know you've
flip.
been to SAC. Like like everyone from SAC have to make it known they've been to SAC, and we get it. It's a good school,
Mm,
but ain't nobody like you. Um,
yeah. Hold on, but before we get started, the UN know that CH Reeves used to be a senior high school.
CH Reeves, I did not
Yeah,
know
so
that.
CH Reeves right now is a junior high, and usually but I used to be a senior high school, so you could graduate from grade 12 from CH. And
From when, like back in the 70s?
I can't remember the years. Maybe the 80s. Yeah, 80s or early 90s. CH was in senior high school, and then
Ah, the crack era.
the
The good old crack era.
good old is and then you remember CH, not CH, CC Sweden Junior, and CC Sweet Seniors now. TA Thompson.
T.A. Thompson. That was that. That's a senior school.
No, that's a junior school. So they changed CC Sweden Junior to TA Thompson to junior high school.
All right, Jay, with the fox there for y'all.
I bet you ain't know that.
I definitely did not know that. I can't keep up with them type of changes. I've been out of school for a good minute. I don't know how different it is.
A good.
Like I don't know how different school is now. Do you think school is still like relatively the same?
Yeah.
I feel like
I
you
have, I
got
have, I have,
we got the TikToks and stuff now. As I
yeah.
know you were when you got a reference to TikTok. You got the TikTok and stuff like that now. I don't know what school like.
Nah, it still look the same. And I play monkey, so ain't much change.
No, but do it still rocking the Kipling monkey.
Yep.
There's no
And they
way.
still teething them.
Wow. You really up on your school stuff, bro.
I did the
That
research.
remind
Hold
me of
on.
them fun. You really up on your school kid stuff. You know what these kids doing.
What
It's
you
dope.
say about go into the fun day. Go into the fun day. That's
Yeah,
what.
but it remind me of them fun days, right? That was like the one day when you got to wear your own clothes. You get to go do some stuff. Um, but basically, like when I look back on it in adulthood, it's like you basically just dress up to come to school and clothes you pay for.
Yep. Like you
And then
and you still had to go through. Like you still had to go maybe the first and second class before any of the fun day festivity starts. So you just
exactly, and then to make it worse, dress up there is even worse because you just in regular school, you just in your in your going out clothes in school, babe. But it was
fine.
such a thing, babe. It was such a status thing.
Fine. Yeah. Like that dead category. Would you let fun day dead?
Um, I mean, I feel like it's solid to have a day where you don't do school work specifically, and like you get a little more free range. But I said let them at least let them come to don't pay to wear their own clothes. But like you could pay to do other stuff, pay for drinks and and all that stuff, and I'm too crazy about the dance. Like thinking back on it, like young
Nah,
teenage
son.
children crying up on each other, that ain't exactly. And then and then they have to pay for it. It's kind of like you pimping out these children in a way.
Nah, son.
But
The,
I don't know. I don't know if I
the,
say like that dead though.
nah, I wouldn't put. I got the dance, the fun day dance, iconic. That up there with throwing the mace out the window.
Mother free.
That iconic. We can't let that go. I'm trying to think of other iconic moments that could be up there. So we can't let the fun day dance
But
go.
you think if they do like a budget report on what they make in Fun Day, like in the dance category specifically, you think they're in the hundreds of thousands? But
Yes, from all the schools and all the fun days between the
hey, how
hoopla
much you think? Like,
table and then the
give me
dance.
give me a number. Using finance, give me a estimate number of what you think the annual income is off of Fun Day.
I sure
Not
they
not
bring it
even
up.
Fun Day, just a dance bar.
I I sure they bill at the airport. Oh,
Mother
the fun
free.
day, but
You're talking about like a quarter mil, 350. I bet
at
I feel like 300,000.
generation, the prime all the primary schools, all the junior high schools, honestly, flip it. We used
Maybe,
about a quarter million
but
easy.
and then like, and you think about over the years. So what they doing? We always talk about the VAT money. What y'all doing with the funding money?
See
What you think
that?
they doing with the funding money? Because then like nothing has changed. And like okay, after funding, all of a sudden we got some new computers in the computer lab or something like that. It was just like
No.
yeah, fun day, yeah, dress up, and then like the teacher used to go on vacation for a couple of weeks after that.
Yeah, we need we
We
need
need we,
we,
we
we need
need
an order on the
transparency.
funding money.
Yeah, I that's what I campaigning for transparency. So what was your favorite subjects in
That's
school,
it.
boy?
Uh, language.
Yeah, we did like language. Language was solid.
English, and English and maths. That's it.
You actually like maths?
Yeah, I just did. My math teacher was friggin' horrible, but I didn't like maths. And then English
Call them
was
by their name. Shout them out.
well. Shut up. Maths was Miss Smith. I couldn't. Still scared her to this day. She's the only behemoth teacher with that niggas writing lines. One
Yeah,
summer we had to write lines like I will do my homework, but 300 lines. That was my whole schooling career. And
that
then
messed y'all up because y'all wasn't
English,
expecting that.
English.
What the hell is up? Anyway, yeah. So English was
Oh,
fun. That was a fun class. I was in your English classes, and that was like a class that you had like. There's a lot of characters in there, and then
yeah.
like
Shout out to Mika. Eh?
the class itself was solid. Anyway, the class itself was solid. The teacher was cool. Um, but okay, what
Yeah, the
subject you
English
think
one.
completely pointless?
Um, I feel like the way they have it set up.
What the whole curriculum?
Yeah, I curriculum to more, um, more topics outside of school. Family life would be crucial. Like I know it's dead trendy now, but if you about self awareness, mental
Hmm.
health, certain things like decision making, anger management. It's like
Yeah,
family life could be. What do you think about like the nuclear family or the different types of family? Yeah, I had one class
yeah,
like wasn't it?
yeah. You're breaking up a little bit, but yeah, like I think I remember like family life was supposed to be that class that was like touching on all them things, right? Like your mental health
Mm.
and a little bit of sex ed. It was like a little bit of everything, and no one really knew what family life was.
No.
Like the name even like kind of the name kind of misleading in a way too. It's like what we going to learn how to like buy pampers or something like that. Like it was a little weird, but that was the class that I think they was trying to have where like be a little bit more well rounded and cover more topics. But I definitely think like for instance religious knowledge is kind of like a weird class. I don't know if that's still
Mm.
going on today.
Yeah, I still think
It's a little bit of a
they
weird
do art.
class.
Um,
Yeah, like I don't know. I mean, I'm not gonna like advocate for like religious knowledge to be removed from the curriculum, but I feel like there's definitely some stuff we could like implement in place of that.
um, that is true. I mean, at certain points it became if you didn't want to do religious knowledge, and you could do like geography or history. So I feel like that was option.
Yeah.
But flicking. Hey, let me show you what was the worst class
Hmm.
with us. We couldn't choose certain things in our text. technical program. So if you did one generic bunch of classes, so if you wanted to do electronics or what's not, um, architectural drawing, and it's like, bro, I don't want to draw. Like, flicking it, don't
Yeah.
put me in these classes just because I can't substitute the fries for mashed potatoes on what I want to focus on.
Yeah.
That
I
was the
was
annoying thing.
I was in technical drawing too, and it was horrible. It's like it's such a specific like discipline. Like it was like, oh, you have to
Mm.
have the grid and the angle of the grid, and it was like, but this is torture. You know what I mean? Like it was horrible. So I feel like, but there's definitely some changes that could be made. That lead me to I want to say this. Tell them I say that, right? I see everybody talking about um every year it's the national average this, the national average
Uh-oh.
that. Right? For God's sakes, nobody care about the BGCSE. It's a waste of time. I'll say this to anybody. I'll say this to the prime minister if need be. How about let's take a look at reconsidering the curriculum? I've 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 had at least 12 jobs in my life. I've never once used a BGCSE to get a job. Let me say that again. I've never once used a BGCSE to get a job in my life. I'm in my
Mm.
30s. I don't even remember what was on the test, but I gotta remember what the test was like. It's like stop
Pythagoras
holding these.
theorem.
It's like stop holding these kids to some imaginary standard, like that in reality don't come for nothing in the real world. Nobody cares. And God forbid, you go away to work somewhere, or like you need something, like a job that ain't just station or that does business in the Bahamas. It's like nobody cares about this BGCSE thing. I could tell someone in Canada I have 12 of them, and they'd be like, okay, congratulations, I guess. So I feel like the real problem is like we measuring these kids being prepared by some old British standard. Y'all niggas never even been to London. Like why are we measuring ourselves by
Oh,
some random British metric, which I don't even know if they do BGCSE in London. I don't really know. Do you know? Do you know? Like I'd like to find it out. Is that even a thing up in the UK still? Because it's silly, but it's kind of silly to me. And then like we always having this long-winded discussion about why these kids doing so bad in school and stuff. It's because like y'all ain't teaching them nothing worth teaching. It's 2022. Like they do not need to learn how to turn on a computer. I promise you. Like let's make some adjustments. Let's teach them like some finance. Let's teach them some graphic designs. Some things that actually matter.
mm.
And yeah, like tell them I said that BGCSE, stop that rubbish. I don't want that no more. But that's because nobody cares. It don't matter. Change the
Mm.
curriculum. It's time. That's me.
Oh, so that's great that you end with time. So time. So you saying now it's the right time to just reevaluate our whole teaching or the subjects or the curriculum. Like
Yeah,
it's
throw the
time
whole
that
school away.
we look into that.
Throw the whole government system away. Like let's sit down and let's look at like where the world is headed,
Mm.
and let's make the Bahamas great again, right? Let's think about what matters, um, and looking ahead, like thinking about 15 years from now, 20 years from now, when these kids gonna be like our age or like older than us. That's when it really matters. Like it don't like it's almost as if they try to prepare us to just finish school with 5 or 6 BGCSEs. It matters not if you get the job afterwards or if that leads you into the path that you're trying to get to ultimately. It's just like finish the school with 5 of these, please. And let
Mm.
them be a C or a B. Or I don't even think you could
Mm.
get a A if you don't take the extended, right? Like you can't even get a more than a C.
Yeah. So you're right. For me, I feel like a part of I feel that keeping culture intact is stuck or doing the same things over. Whereas like culture could
Hmm.
evolve, and as far as just education culture. We don't need to lose um, the basics, whether it be history. We don't need the fundamentals and funding. Like we don't need to lose them, but we do need to upgrade and grow and mature as a
Yeah.
culture. Prepare the students for a new world. Like this is 2022. It's a bunch of new in now that our kids are behind us because they don't have access to or they don't have the knowledge in a trained and taught environment. So unless it's you, unless they have show them at home, then they behind the eight ball on it.
Yeah.
So I feel like pushing doesn't mean that we lose our culture, but our culture can grow. You know?
Yeah, for sure, dog. I agree. I think ultimately you just adapt and get with the times. With like, I feel like if change the system, change the system of what you measuring these kids finishing school with, and I promise you, all see better results. Y'all see how like intelligent these kids is. These same kids who y'all think in worth nothing or that they like Bamers love to say ain't into nothing. You'll be surprised, to see how they show up. But I think we essentially setting them up for failure. Like I shouldn't have been taking the BGCSE back when I took it in '07. So, definitely kill that. Let that dead. Let the BGCSE dead. Find a new standard of examination and one that at least respected at least at 50% of the
Mm-hmm.
global world. But yeah, we overtime a little bit, but that's us. Culture Quest. Um, yeah, we gonna talk more about these stuff. We're gonna get into more conversations. Let us know what schools you thought was trash when you was coming up, and let us know um, your suggestion for like a new curriculum. If you could put together a fire curriculum for payments moving forward, what's the one subject is a must have in there? It could be anything. Let us know um, when you hear this in the comments. Let us know on IG, wherever. Like we want to hear from y'all too. All us a part of the culture, So that's me. You have anything to say, Jake?
Yes, sir. Hey, the teachers. Tell them I say that. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care reporting or who's the minister of education is now. I don't know who it is. Whoever it is, pay the teachers. Whoever it is, pay the teachers. Tell them I say that.
Yep. All right, that's Culture Quest for the day. Appreciate y'all tuning in, listening. Shout out to Solid. Until next time, link up.
Yeah, I see.